Hello, housemates. This is my spider face. Look at that, that's fucking creepy. As you can see, I'm all decked out in the Arachyr gear. It is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I still do not see any new season available. So we're gonna check out another set dungeon. Hopefully, it won't take us so long to find it this time. We'll be a bit more thorough or systematic or something with our search, but yeah. And I've also fixed the aspect ratio of the video. It was off, I noticed. I was cutting off the bottom of the screen in the last couple videos. I apologize for that, and it is now fixed. So you'll be able to see, or at least I think, you should be able to see my skill bar and all that at the bottom of the screen. So hopefully all the visual and audio issues are fixed, and here we are. So I've already switched my skills up a little bit to coincide with, wait, why do I have, oh right, I picked these up randomly in my last dicking around playthrough, or play session. So also, hopefully my internet is not being obstructionary. It was earlier when I tried to record a video with Arachyr. Hopefully it will leave me alone for the time being. So you can see what we have here is we have a spider queen that's permanently summoned, but we need to have corpse spiders to direct her. Otherwise she'll just sit around. So that requires that we use corpse spiders, and I've put that on the primary attack. If we were really taking advantage of this, we'd be using Hex, and I don't really want to do that, at least not at the moment. Once we get to the Arachyr dungeon, then I will probably have to use it. But for the time being, I have piranhas, fire bats. I have the locust swarm from one of my legendary item enchantments, so maybe that will be affected by the passives here. And of course, I have corpse spiders. Yeah, piranhas. All of those are affected by the 6th tier, or the 3rd tier set ability. So, what we need to do is, as we've established, go to Tristram, go to Leoric's Manor, kill Morgan Lethe. Alright, a very thinly veiled name change of Morgan Lethe. So let's summon our pets. Now we'll have even more pets because we'll have corpse spiders running around. We have this big old spider. We have our usual complement of gargantua and zombie dogs. So we got an army. I like it. And of course, the season pet from last season. Additionally, excuse me, I saw earlier today that one will also be able to get a pet from this season's reward progression, and it's going to be a Wicker Man, so a dancing scarecrow looking guy. So that's another piece of reward for doing the quest, the season's journey, I assume, that you have to go through. So you can see lots of spiders, and fetishes, and piranhas, and poison pools. We are doing quite well. You'll know if my internet starts going, it's going to look like regular lag. It'll just persist forever, and then I'll just get disconnected. It's an ongoing problem I have with my internet provider here. They're not being very helpful about it, so not much I can do. Yeah, just melting through this Torment 7 stuff here. Like I said, because the primary goal of these videos is to get into the set dungeons, and the set dungeons are not affected by game difficulty, I'm not going to worry about that. We're not grinding for gear or anything like that, I'm sure. So, don't worry about it, because I'm not. Okay, so we need to go down to the library book and get the page which gives us the clue for this set. Page 101. Page 101 says, Alliance of the Dying Sun. As per my instructions, it is hidden in a shallow oasis pool to the southwest, where man has altered the water's flow. So we're looking for a dam, obviously in the desert, Act 2. So let's head on out. So the Dalgor Oasis is what immediately leaps to mind. Maybe the Ancient Waterway, because they're talking about dams. But let's go first to the Dalgor Oasis. And they said in the southwest. So this is a much more specific note than the other one. It gives some kind of directional advice. So let's see what this is. Protection Shrine. Might as well take it. And so there's a key warden here, helpfully. We can just kill him real quick. Not me doing something. You don't stand a chance, key warden. Hey, got a machine from him too. 2 for 2 since starting to play again after patch 2.4.0 in terms of getting machines from healers. Maybe they turned up that chance. I don't think they made it guaranteed. I think I would have remembered reading that, but 2 for 2 is not bad. All right, so we are in the southwest region. Chewing up some fallen people. So this looks like a place where they've altered the water flow with a mill or a dam or something. Crushing massacre. So we're just going to go as far southwest as we can and see what's what. So one thing, I'm not in Torment 8, but from Torment 8 onward, those dervishes do extra nasty stuff. They will bleed you big time. So watch out for that. This is actually one of the levels that I hate navigating through when we're doing bounties and whatnot. Just sort of overly large meandering. Okay, we're still looking for the extreme southwest corner here. Man, I got a ton of spider jars. Where am I getting all these spiders? What's wrong? Is the spider king like taking eggs from her on a regular basis? Raising them as she takes my own. I mean, that's just weird, I think. Okay, nothing there. So, you remember that these set dungeons are really particular in terms of triggering conditions. You have to walk pretty much right up next to them as far as I can tell. From my experience with one other one. So we're gonna just like dick around the southwestern corner of the area here. Aha! Here we go. So it looks like in a more excuse me, open area, you can see the outline of it pretty well. So here we are at the Dungeon of the Spirit of Arachyr. Let's see what it's going to require of us. Lick? Lick 30 different enemies with a toad. Kill every elite while it is webbed by Spider Queen and being bitten by piranhas. Wow, that's pretty rough. Mastery, complete all objectives within time limit. So this one looks like has fewer requirements than the other set dungeon we looked at, the one for, what was it, Jade Harvester. But it might be a little bit more difficult. So we need to get a toad going, the Plague of Toads. And we need to make sure that we throw spider jars at the elites so that the Spider Queen is over there webbing them, and then make sure to throw some piranhas down on them. So what we need to do, oops, sorry. Toads. I never use toads. I have no idea where they are. Okay, they're primary. Interesting. So I'm going to replace my secondary with toads since I don't need any bats at all. We need to lick lots of enemies with toads. I'm guessing that a rain of toads might help us that way. I'm not exactly sure what lick means. That's not very clear. Does that just mean hit them? So I might guess that frogs that pierce through enemies or rain of toads would be best. I'm going to go with rain of toads since it's poison. Okay, so what else does my set do? Hex gains the Toad of Hugeness rune. After summoning a Toad of Hugeness, you gain 50% damage reduction and heal 10% of your life. So we might consider also changing to Hex somewhere. So instead of Wall of Death, we'll use Hex. It has Toad of Hugeness already, so let's go with Jinx here. So this is a little bit of a janky setup, but hopefully we can get it to work. I just have to remember a lot of stuff. So lick 30 different enemies with a toad. Does that mean 30 different enemy types? Again, I'm not sure. That might mean individual enemies. And kill every elite while it is webbed by a spider. Does that mean we have to find every elite in the level, or just every elite which we kill has to be killed in that way? Some of this is a bit vague, so we'll just see what happens. Alright, here we are. Need to remember to use toads. Okay, I don't appear to have licked anything. Success, enemy licked. Okay, so I think the way that I used toads was not a good one. Okay, so I got that one. So there are 5 elites, and I do need to find all of them, apparently. Alright, so this one's going to be a bit trickier to do. Okay, the lick one isn't as hard as I thought it was going to be in retrospect. But we do need to hurry along and find the other elites. I gotta remember that these are like greater rifts and they unsummon your pets when you start them. Right here is another. I need to kill him quickly. Good. Oh wait, no, don't kill him. God damn it. Ugh. So you have to manage your cooldowns pretty well, and I just wasn't paying attention that time. So we've already failed this one. That's great. Okay, so we can keep going, and we'll get some small amount of success if we continue and do some more of this. So clearly I need the Toad skill to be Toad of Hugeness. On just the, not on Hex, but just the Okay, so we got at least one thing, so that's great. Let's get out. Okay, let's respec a little bit here. So, we don't want Rain of Toads. Actually, I don't think we have much of a choice here. Or this isn't going to help with the toad licking stuff, so we actually don't need this skill at all, it looks like. So we can go and get back to having fire bats, or plague bats, that I used before. See if there's a different cooldown that we can get. I think the cooldown is always going to be the same. Yeah. So we're going to keep that one. We just have to watch the cooldown for Toad of Hugeness. We basically use that whenever it's off cooldown because any single enemy that it licks will count towards the goal. And then we need to really watch the cooldown on Piranado. Once again, my pet build might be working against me because they will kill those elites pretty fast if I don't time it correctly, and then I will of course be shit out of luck. So both in this Spirit of Arachyr and Jade Harvester dungeon, it looks like pet builds may not be the way to go. I'm not going to futz around with that right now. I'm going to try it again once more with the pet build and see if we can do better, and then we'll end this video and you know, I'll try it again and I'll show you the next time you see this dungeon and the Jade Harvester dungeon, it will be because I am beating it, right? So let's go in. Do we want to change this? Transformed enemies take additional damage. I don't think I could get double Toad. Let's get this hedge magic thing. And I guess what I'll do is I just won't summon my pets. It's really difficult for me to remember that. So 2 and 3 are the only buttons I should be pressing. Okay, so there are 2 elites there. It's a bit of a hassle. Yes, got both of them. Let that Toad do its thing.
You're dead.
Okay, wait. Okay, good. I was like, he turned into a chicken and I didn't know where the guy went. Where the elite went. I was worried for a second. Okay, we're doing a bit better this time. Okay, we have this. Good. So, we only have to wait 16 seconds between the piranha cooldowns, so it's not too long. Just have to be watchful. And the cooldowns on the Toad aren't that long either, so there's one more elite that we need to get. And then mostly we need to focus on licking things. Generally good advice in life, I think. So lick away. Big face. We got 13. Wait, was that an elite? No. Okay, we need to find one more elite. We need to lick a lot more things. We're doing fairly well on time as far as I can tell.
My strike is true.
Alright, so we got all of the elites. Now we need to lick a couple more things. I hope that there are enough enemies left for us to do that. Okay, so we didn't quite get it because we killed too many enemies, not with a Toad. We did get the complete 105 monsters without killing 105 monsters without taking fatal damage, and we also killed every elite while it's webbed. That one was pretty easy. So The primary one is the toad one. You have to make sure that you use the toad basically as often as you can, and make sure that you don't kill enemies, probably except with the elites, except by using the toad. So we had a partial success here, enough to get some kind of achievement and that kind of stuff. Not a total success. I don't actually know if you get anything in particular other than another achievement for a total success, but I'm happy with what we did here. You've now seen how this works, and you, of course, can complete it on your own. If you do complete it, tell me exactly how you did it, and I'll try it your way and give you a shout out if I can make it work with your way. So, hopefully you liked that video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my Diablo 3 content, I've got a whole bunch of high-level characters and a good number of complete sets, so I can do a lot of these set dungeons. And then, of course, once they finally start Season 5, I'm definitely going to get into that, so be on the lookout for that as well. If you're not going to do any of that, if you're not going to help me by telling me how to complete these set dungeons, well then, I don't care what you do.